Hey guys, it's Karishma. Today I'm going to be doing my mid-year book freakout tag. This is a great way to reflect on what you've been reading so far this year, and since I'm a new channel, I thought this would be a good way to share what I've read so far. The first question is the best book you've read so far this year. And my favorite book this year has been More Than This by Patrick Ness. I've heard about Patrick Ness's books for a really long time, and a lot of people, my friends from school, had read it for a class, and they really loved it and they recommended it to me, and so I picked it up and it was a great surprise. I loved it so much and I would highly recommend this for your first Patrick Ness book. The second question is the best sequel I've read so far, and this is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I read Six of Crows last year, and so I picked up Crooked Kingdom this year, and it was amazing. It felt better than Six of Crows because we had a view into who the characters were, and a lot of that was set up. The character relationships were set up already, so I didn't have to really understand them, and it was just fun following these characters around, and it's a fun story even though it gets stressful sometimes, but I loved it so much. Number 3 is a new release that you haven't read but want to, and that is When Dimple Met Rishi. I really want to read this book because I'm Indian and the main characters in this book are Indian, so I really want to read a book with Indian main characters since I haven't ever read one before. Number 4 is my most anticipated release for the second half of 2017, and that has to be All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. I love The Raven Cycle, and I actually haven't read any other Maggie Stiefvater books, so I'm looking forward to see what her newest project is. Number 5 is The Biggest Disappointment, and this book isn't really a disappointment, it just wasn't what I was expecting from it, and this is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I had also read To All the Boys I Loved before this summer, so I really wanted to pick up another Jenny Han book, and this just did not live up to the hype that was To All the Boys I Loved before. Number 6 is my biggest surprise, and that is Essex County by Jeff Lemire. This was a book I read for school. It's a graphic novel, and it's actually my second graphic novel I've read ever, and it was a great surprise. I didn't love the first graphic novel I read, so this one, I didn't have many high expectations for it, but it turned out to be so great. It was easy to read, and it was a quick story, and it was a really well done story, so I really enjoyed this. Number 7 is my favorite new author, and this has to be Leigh Bardugo. As I said before, I read Crooked Kingdom this year, but I had read Six of Crows last year and the Grisha trilogy previously, and after reading Crooked Kingdom, I just love Leigh Bardugo so much. I will probably read her writing for many years to come. Number 8 is my newest fictional crush, and I actually have 2, but one of them isn't really real because it was a reread. But the first one is Peter Kavinsky from To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. He was a great character, and I really loved him, and his relationship with Laura Jean was so cute, and I really loved Peter. The one that's kind of fake is Noah Shaw from The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This was a reread. I read it 2 years ago, and I decided to pick it up again, and everyone who's read this book knows how great Noah is and knows why I love him. Number 9 is my newest favorite character, and that has to be Wylan Van Eck from The Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I feel like I'm talking about Leigh Bardugo a lot, but she's a great author. And I loved Wylan in Crooked Kingdom because we finally got to see his point of view, and he was so different from the other main characters that it was a really nice change, and it was nice to see his dynamic with the other group. Number 10 is a book that made you cry. I'm not really a book crier, but a book that did make me emotional and did make me sad was Written in the Stars. This book was heavy. It was a heavy topic, and there was a lot of heavy issues that it dealt with, and so it kind of made me a little depressed while reading it. But I didn't actually cry, but it was a sad book. Number 11 is a book that made you happy, and this has to be Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This was just such a cute book, and it was a quick book. I read it in one sitting, and it was just hard not to be happy while reading it because everything that happened was so adorable. Number 12 is my favorite book-to-movie adaptation, and I haven't really seen this many this year, but my favorite one is actually kind of controversial. It's Shadowhunters, the TV show. It's based on the Mortal Instruments, and a lot of people don't feel the same way about it as I do. A lot of people do not like it, don't like what the show has done with the books, but I thought that they took a lot of the aspects I didn't really love from the Mortal Instruments and turned it into way better storylines and subplots in Shadowhunters, and I honestly like the changes. Number 13 is the most beautiful book I've bought this year, and that has to be Emma by Jane Austen. I bought this really pretty copy of it on Book Depository because I wanted a special edition, even though I'm reading it for school. But it's one of the vintage classics, and it's just so pretty. I'm excited to have this copy. And the last question is books I want to read by the end of the year. I have two. One of them is Congo by Michael Crichton. This is a sci-fi book, and I'm not exactly sure what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it has King Kong ideas, and so I'm really looking forward to read this. I've read Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton before, and I really loved it, and he's a great gateway into sci-fi books, so I'm looking forward to reading this new one by him. The other book I want to read is another old book, and it's really well known and well loved, and it's The Kite Runner. I've read A Thousand Splendid Suns by the same author, and I loved it so much. And a lot of my friends who also read A Thousand Splendid Suns told me that if I liked that, I would love The Kite Runner. So I want to get through this year. I've owned it for forever, but I just haven't gotten a chance to read it. So I'm super excited to pick up this book this year, and I hope I actually get to it. Alright guys, that was my mid-year book freakout tag. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you with another video soon. Bye!